North Dakota's oil production rose in April, complicating OPEC's attempts to stabilize the global energy market. And North Dakota isn't the only one. Jackie DeAngelis explains.
OPEC promised to hold its production cut through the first quarter of next year, but it looks like some cheaters are emerging. The oil cartel's monthly report confirming that production was up in May from April, an increase of a little less than 500,000 barrels a day. Libya, Nigeria, Iraq, all boosting output. OPEC also thinks U.S. production will rise year over year due to the increase in shale production, a little less than 1 million barrels per day. Can demand increases absorb the excess oil? Not exactly. OPEC sees demand rising year over year, but only a little more than 1 million barrels a day. That's not a lot.
I think prices will go lower from here. 45 is a critical level for crude oil, and we tested that this week. So if we get below $45 a barrel, then the market is going to say OPEC is not abiding by its own cuts. We always had doubts about whether or not this would hold, and we see that everybody now, it looks to be cheating. It's tough to see how we don't revisit some of the more recent lows, say $40 a barrel.
But there's a reason OPEC didn't play all its cards at the last meeting. It could make deeper cuts from the more cash-rich countries like Saudi Arabia. The Saudis said they'll hold back some additional exports to the U.S. and Asia in July. It could help, but some argue it's not enough.
I don't see any reason that the Saudis are going to cut production. They have to fund all of their social programs. We know that Saudi Aramco wants to come to market with an IPO. They want to show as much production as possible. They want to show as much revenue and net earnings as possible. I don't see how Saudi Arabia would decide to be the hero among the OPEC countries and cut while everybody else is cheating.
Crude isn't moving as it usually does this time of year. Less robust driving demand in the U.S. is another problem for prices. AAA says the national average for a gallon of regular is $2.33. That's down a nickel from a year ago. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Jackie DeAngelis.